So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Tessa Marie Show. I am Tessa Marie, and just in case you are new here, you know who I am. So, at the Tessa Marie Show, we come every night at 7 p.m. to enlighten you, to educate you, to encourage you, and to entertain you. So, that's what we're doing. We're going to give you an entertainment of a lifetime. So, why should you develop a mental positive attitude? Why? That's the question I ask, and I'm expecting somebody to tell me why they think they should. I have several reasons why you should, but why should you develop a positive mental attitude? So I know why, because I had to choose to develop a positive mental attitude. If I hadn't done that, I would have had to fall prey to all the negative attitudes people were putting on me, all the limiting beliefs they shared. And you notice people are so quick to tell you of their limiting, wonderful, limiting, self-centered, limiting beliefs. And really, it's really none of your business how they feel, what they react to. But there they are, telling you what they think, what you should do, and what you shouldn't do. So that is like, it never stops. Those negative mental beliefs never stop. So, while we are doing this, let us look at how we feel about ourselves. How do we feel about ourselves? How do we feel that we are here today? How do we feel that we were allowed to be in the world today? Because if you don't have that positive mental attitude and cover yourself with it and bind yourself in it and hold yourself in it, they're waiting for you. They're like piranhas. When you wake up in the morning, you need to cover yourself with that positive mental attitude. Because if you have a positive mental attitude, you are more powerful. You are, with a positive mental attitude, you have a power that is just so strong that so many people don't know what to do with it. That positive mental attitude is an insurance policy. When you are facing a crash, you have to know, I am covered. A powerful attitude, a powerful mental attitude, and you add it makes you more powerful, makes you more sure of yourself. It makes you know you can push and you can succeed. If you don't develop it, if you don't look for it, if you don't find it, if you let others stifle it, if you let others crush it from you, hey, that's what will happen to you. You will be there saying, I knew I should. I should have stood up there and say, hey, not me. You should have stood up there and say, don't touch me. You don't have a right to touch me. You don't have a right to hit me. You don't have a right to abuse me. You don't have a right to curse me. You don't have a right to talk to me like this. And that you can only get because you know for sure you have a positive mental attitude. When people try to browbeat you with their tongue, I heard something today, and I was driving today. I heard on the radio, this lady is talking, and she said something, and it was, she would much rather somebody slap her than demean her. And everybody went, whew, really? And I understood what she was saying. I understood that, because that slap, if it leaves a welt on your arm or wherever, the pain might not go away, the physical pain, the welt will fade. But when somebody has crushed your mental attitude, it does not leave you. When somebody has abused you with words, thoughts, and actions, how they behave, how they look at you, how they behave towards you, how they talk about you, what they say to you, how they bring you down. When somebody lets you know you're not loved, you're not cherished, you're ugly, those type of things stay with you forever. And I understood where she was coming from. She was a broken lady. She had healed herself. And she said, that scar never heals. Every now and again you touch it. And it's all lumpy, she said. She said, you touch it with your mind. You don't touch it with your hands. She said you cannot touch it with your hands, but you will touch it with your mind. And when you go over it with your mind, it hurts again. She said it hurts again and again and again. And she said, it's best my abuser had hit me physically because I would only associate that pain with that heat. But she said those mental words, those crushing, demeaning words, they are constantly on my mind, and I touch them. She said, I touch them with my mind. I touch them with my memory and my mind. And she said they hurt over and over and over again. She said it 3 times. And then she said, and then I doubt my ability to do better. She said it's a constant battle every day to rise against those mental words. And I went, oh my God. I said, I never had it, so I don't know. But when she said that, I went, oh my God. She said, I have to talk myself down from the pain. And the interviewer said, how do you do that? And she said, I just remind myself I am powerful. I choose to embrace life, she says. And she said, I am powerful and I choose to embrace life. I realize I have control of my thoughts. And these were the things she was saying. No one is better qualified than me to fix me, but me. And that was an eye-opener, guys. I had a conversation with a friend this morning, and I say sometimes it's in prayer I get my titles, my topics. And it has overwhelmed me in the past few months. I have topics that maybe could go until August, written down, finished, ready to go. But then when I'm praying, a topic would hit me like a rocket. And it just comes, simple words. About a positive mental attitude. Then I turned on the radio, picked up this show that I watch off and on, and this lady came on, and it was about that. And when she said, I am powerful, I have to affirm that every day. I am powerful. I choose to embrace life. I realize I can control my emotions, she said. No one is better qualified than me to fix me. That was flooring for me. Believing that I am enough was strong. I love myself. I have to stay cool. Always stay cool. She said, if I don't stay cool, I will hurt myself from the memory of those hurts. And I couldn't figure that out. I wrote it down. And then I turned on the recorder so I could hear it. She said, I have to remind myself to stay cool. If I don't stay cool, I am going to re-hurt myself based on the feelings that person put in my life. And I went, wow, lady, you are powerful. And then she said, no, I journey well. She said, I journey well. And he said, what you mean by it? She said, I journey through life well, better than well. But she said, believe me, I have to use these thoughts, these affirmations over and over again. Because those scars always come up. She said, a little bit of a push, somebody treating somebody badly reminds me. And then I have to go back. And she said, I am powerful. I choose to embrace life. Because they told her to kill herself. The person said to her, you might as well just die. You're useless, you're ugly, you're fat, and you're all of this. She realized you have control over your emotions. No one is better than me to fix me. When she said that, I went, whoa, again. Believe I am enough. I know that I'm enough. Love myself. Stay cool. Stay calm. She used the word cool. She didn't use calm. It's almost like she wanted to be in a fridge. Stay cool, she said. And journey through life well. And so that is how bad your mental attitude can drop if you let other people say anything. She said this what I like to, and I learned, not like what she was going through, but what I like that I learned today is that I got the inspiration to talk about this. And I just trust that, build it and it will come. So I put that trust, I put it out there. And then I found this thing, listening to her, and I asked, now and again I find it, and I just never know when. And when she started, and she said that I was broken, because I was told all those things from the time I was a child. I got married to somebody that continued the same thing. And then she said, as I am healing myself, I realize a cut will heal. It might not even leave a scar. But she said those mental things do destroy you. That's what she said. And she said she had to work on it, work on her positive mental, to develop a positive mental attitude. That was the only way she could fight it. She couldn't control what was told in her mind anymore, but she could put something, a barrier around it. She said, I am powerful, so you are powerful. I choose to embrace life, not death, like they wanted me to. She said, I realized I had control of my emotions. I could control how I reacted to all of this. And she said, no one is better than me to fix me, better qualified than me to get me well again, but me. And she said, I started to believe I was more than enough. Where I was told for so long I was not enough. I wasn't good enough. And she said she decided to love herself with all her flaws, with all her imperfections. And then she said, I realized if I am not cool, I will lose it. Because every now and again, these emotional scars come back and they hurt. She said they hurt. They are triggered by the very smallest thing. So I have to be on high alert and stay cool and journey well. So the man asked her what she means by journeying well. She said taking life one step at a time, but savoring each step. Knowing how close she came to destroying her own self because so many people told her she wasn't good enough. So a positive mental attitude is what saved this human being. And she said people must develop a positive mental attitude for themselves, not for anybody else, just for themselves, entirely for them. And if you have it, you cannot let anybody tell you it's not good enough for you, or you shouldn't worry, you're fine, you survive. And she did say the word she despises the most is the word, oh, you survived. You got over it. And she said one day, in one of her worst moments, she said to her sister, come and live in my head. Come in my head and tell me that. Get in there and look at the picture. Look at the history. Look at the memory and then tell me I survived. And only then can you decide for me that I survived. And she said she had to do that to her sister. Oh, just but you survive. We all survive. No, not all of us survive those hurts. Not all of us, when they tell us we're useless, you don't worth anything. I didn't get that, but no, I get it. I hear it. I see it. And I understand because I listen to people's pain like that. So you have to develop a positive mental attitude by making sure you look after you. Nobody is coming to fix it. And Susie just confirmed that. Nobody is going to fix you. Nobody is qualified, she said, to fix you but you. Because nobody has been in there. Nobody knows what will trigger that pain that will last for a day in your head. And you have to work it and work it and work it. Tyrone had a question, and he said, some people talk about toxic positivity at some places of work. I don't understand how positivity can be toxic. If somebody, you know what they refer to, I heard it too, is when everybody is going rah, rah, rah. Let's get going. Let's get the thing going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what they call it. Because they're saying not everybody is on board. But another side of the coin, you have to make it, fake it until you make it. You have to try to get the root of it going in you. You cannot sit and say nothing positive happening, because everything stems from our thoughts, our emotions, and our mind. Our thoughts brings those things on. And if you go, whoa, 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 we're getting here, we're winning, we're going, we're trying, it will get you stimulated to try, at least it will get the blood moving. But the naysayers, the people who are not themselves positive outside of nothing, are always calling it that fake positivity. But positivity cannot really be fake. Because if you work at it and you see, there's always two sides to a coin. We have yin and yang, you have black and white, you have day and night. You have all these things that are opposite of each other. So what you can do is try to get in the middle. Work your way towards the middle. You cannot be rah, rah, rah. But in the culture at work now, Tehran, if you're working for people, if you don't have some rah, 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 you're not a team member. And if you're not a team member, they don't give you the opportunity to succeed. They might keep you back if you are not playing the game. And sometimes even when you play the game, they keep you back. They find another reason to keep you back. So these are the type of things you have to remember. There's some people that is how they are. But yes, they talk about toxic positivity. But there's, nothing can be more toxic than the person that is saying that. When somebody talks, you look at the word. Toxic positivity. They take a good word and they throw a bad word before it. All you hear is toxic. You don't even quite understand positivity anymore. You hear the word toxic. But what you do when people are talking with those tones and those languages and those formation of words, what you do, you look at their body language. You look at their body language. You look at the inflection in their voices. You look at their eye, their face, and the way they show toxic positivity. You can so when that person says that, you know they're in bigger trouble than they're telling you are in. So you have to take it with a piece of bread. Swallow it with a little piece of bread. Just put a little so that you can actually take it in. And my mother would say, consider where it's coming from. Look at that person. And this is one of the reasons they tell you that you have to look deeper than the surface. When you meet people, listen to them. What did Maya Angelou say? People teach you who they are the first time. When they show you who they are the first time, believe them. So when you meet people that always have something negative to say about everything and everyone, if you can correct them, correct them. If you can stop them, stop them. All I say is no. I don't want to hear this. Take it away. It's not going to feed me. It's not going to clothe me. It's not going to be enhancing me. It's certainly not going to make me more powerful. So that's what toxic positivity is. That person that is walking through a room and in minutes they can have, if there are 8 people, they can have 6 of them feeling that they shouldn't have come. They will walk right up to you and say, why did you come? I wish I didn't come. It's such a horrible. Look at them. It's all the people that they like on the top shelf. Look at where we are. And that's what they will do for the whole time, but yet they're there. Because they have nowhere else to go. And yet they show up with their bad positivity to take yours. This is a time in our life when your key word should be yes. Because for the past almost 18 months, we were told, no, we can't, you can't. No way, no. You need to stay put. You can't move. Put your mask on. So right now, our keyword is yes. When an opportunity comes to try something, yes. When somebody is stomping on your toe, get off my toe. When somebody is standing in your face and talking nonsense to you and you don't agree, don't shut up. Tell them that is nonsense. We are not all right. We cannot always know everything. And people who have toxic positivity in their life or who see the negative in everything and everyone, they will kill the messenger and not even wait to get the message. They kill the flipping messenger because they don't like how the messenger looks. Yet they need the message themselves. But they're so one-sided and selfish that they forget to look to see. Never mind the cover of the book. Open the bloody book and read it. Never mind what is on the outside of the box. Find out what is there. Never mind that sexy woman with the fake bottom and the fake hip and the fake boobs and the tiny waist and she lost a couple of ribs. Find out the real woman in there. Is it all about her and her mirror? Is it mirror, mirror on the wall? Who's the prettiest of them all? Me, me, me? Can she give you a glass of water? If you're dying, does she have it in her? That is what you have to look at. The book, the outside of the book does not tell you what is in the book. The surface of the person does not depict. That person can be ugly, not as beautiful as you would like them to be, but they've got a heart of gold. They will make sure you are looked after. They will put a spoon of food in your mother's mouth and never mind she has no teeth. But the one that is all sexy and all gorgeous. And then after a few years, everything goes south on all of us. It all goes south. She will not want to take the spoon and help another human being. So we have to develop a mental attitude that puts us above those kind of people. We need to see them for who they are. We need to see that person that is going to put you down, like that lady said, for who they are. And like she said, and Susie concurred, you are the only one that can fix yourself. I can tell you, the psychologist can tell you, you can tell me, but if I don't take action, there's not going to be anything fixing. It's like the car and the brakes is squeaking and squeaking, and you keep driving and you keep driving. Find a mechanic, because driving is not going to fix it. So this is it, it's talking to you. So when you know you're in a situation, and every twist and turn you make, somebody is telling you how you're not going to succeed and what is wrong with you. You're too ambitious, you're too aggressive, you're too loud, you're too that. They're taking away your mental attitude. And to gain that, when you leave your house in the morning to face this world out there, you have to be full to the brim with positive mental attitude. You have to step out knowing you are completely covered with positive mental attitude. Because they're waiting to see you. They got up this morning and they were saying, I'm waiting to see Tessa Marie today so I can let her know she only had 2 people on their lives, and I really don't give a shit. And that is what I always say. And I say, I don't care. I don't really care. What I care about is showing up. What I care about is doing the best that I possibly can, showing up and winning. And that is what a winner does. The winner doesn't stop because there's one person on the life. Who cares? That is the one person that was meant to be there. And when you see that, you talk to that person like you talk to that person like you are the only one that's here. Each of you are individual. You will get something different. So there is always going to be somebody who's going to make sure they inform you that your attitude is not the right one to have. And for sure, that person that is offering you the shirt doesn't have a shirt. Don't you think you should be concerned? They cannot cover the back, but they want to tell you how to cover your back. Come on. We can, and then if we listen to that day in and day out, after a while, we will take our own shirt and be like them. We'll take our shirt off. And we'll go around the world telling people how to get a shirt, and we don't have a shirt. It's how you look at it. There were 2 salesmen who went to Africa to sell shoes. One salesman sent a telegraph back and says, don't send any shoes to Africa. The people don't wear shoes. The other salesman said, send me 2 million pairs of shoes. I can sell them all here. Nobody has shoes. Positive mental attitude. There you go. It's up to you. What are you looking for? What do you want? You have to fix it because nobody's going to fix what you want for you. You have to decide, I want to have a positive mental attitude. Every action you take, on every action you make, every action that is in relaxing to the point where it just comes to you without thought, that is a good action. And take it as a positive attitude because nobody is going to fix it for you. So when you are broken, seek help and believe you are better than them. You are beaten. The people who are taking you down, they don't have anything in their life to take them up. They are already down there, so their best thing to do is to bring you down with them. They don't have the ability or the capability to step up to your level. So their only reach is to grab you from the foot, grab your skirt, grab the leg of your pants and try to pull you down in the gutter with them. And this is where you have to develop a positive mental attitude and say, no, I am not going down there with you. I don't want to be down there with you. I have already raised my level. So guys, I was going to tell you what I learned about loving myself was to take it all in. Leave nothing out, nothing to chance. So that is the first thing you can do. Coach Susie said, they try to destroy you, but you have to fight it every day. You must know who you are. Good God, you have to fight it every day. It's true. I go through that. There's always somebody, and it's usually somebody you know. And they have to tell you, why do you do this, Tessa Marie? You could sit home and relax, and I'm thinking, to do what? Every time you sit for 10 minutes, something is getting cranky. And it's telling you, get up and walk. I don't like sitting. I like doing what I do. You don't let people take you from your peace. That's what mental abuse attempts to take from you. Your joy and your happiness. Tell me about it. They do. So these type of people that are doing this for you, trying to move your mental attitude to somewhere else, you have to let them know you're not in the game and you're not there for them to do that to you. I am thriving, not surviving. Yeah, her sister told her, you survive. And she's thinking, no, you're not in my head. Come live in there and tell me if you think I've survived. So this is exactly what I tell people. I thought of positivity as empowering for everyone. It is empowering. That is what your positive attitude is. But we have so many times people are telling us things about ourselves. Whether they're true, they remind us how true they are. Whether they are bad, they remind us how bad they are. They will criticize you. I was told I was too tall. And the person actually said, you're too long. And then the person told me, you have long legs. And then they said, you have long arms. And then I'm thinking, well, and one of them said to me, you have big feet. And I said, well, as I am a size 10, and I'm almost, 5'9". And if I have small feet, I'll fall. But I didn't bother saying that. I just said, I said that word. This is the thing about the Tessa Marie Show. You get a little bit of education, a whole bit of enlightenment, a gallon of encouragement, and then you're entertained. So what more do you want? So thank you for joining me. So sending you light and joy. Have fun, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.